I took the last video down because I felt that video wasn't really that fluent, and I was missing some specs of the Questyle. I thought they haven't mentioned the power and the chip used by the M15, but it seems like they have updated their website, and the things have changed. So uh, this is a reshoot of that. If you have watched the comparison, last comparison that had around 30 views, I think, if you are one of those 30 guys, I believe you do not need to watch this, you can skip this. But if you were not, uh, please be my guest. Now, last video in the last video I showed you guys the cable and everything. So yeah, I will not skip that either here. Let's start with the build here first. Now these cases are extra. Let me be clear about that. These cases are uh, kind of, this is $25 and this is like $15. So these cases are extra, and these dongles are very similarly priced. Shanling is priced at 235 $40, and I believe the Questyle is priced at $250, 50 or $40. Both are very good. Build and construction are fantastic on all, not all, both the dongles, and there are no issues there. There's the gain switch. There's only one switch here. There is nothing else on it. But the Shanling has a lot of things in here. There is a battery inside. There is a display. You can control the volume, and in my opinion, this volume thing is very helpful, mostly because when we use general mobile phones, and even the more capable ones like LG and stuff, we do not get a lot of steps of volume when we are using the dongle. So what happens sometimes, a step down is a bit too quiet, while a step up is a bit too kind of loud. So this really helps controlling that, and that is a great thing. That is a very good thing to have. And yes, let's have a look at the cables. Okay, now you guys can see the Shanling cable is lot more supple. There is no memory issues with this is fairly supple, while you guys can see the M15 cable isn't supple at all. Okay, it just straightens on its own. So yeah, that is not a big thing, but sometimes we like to have something that is a bit more comfortable. I'll say this cable is a bit more comfortable than this one doesn't hold a shape, but this one is very supple and soft to the hand, and that's a good thing. Now moving on to the sound quality, both are fantastic. Both are flagship dongles. There aren't many dongles that can say that they do better than these two, but in this case, in this particular case, or I believe in any case, I do not think there is a better dongle than the Questyle M15. M15 is simply one of the best dongles you can buy for any price. There aren't many dongles under $300 that can deliver this kind of details and this kind of dynamics. M15 is just simply one of the best dongles. Now, I was missing the specs on this, like Sachin mentioned in the last video. It uses 9281 ESS 9281, and has 22 MW, maximum power of 22 MW from its 4.4 output at 300 ohm, and they say 2.6 VRMS, which translates into 2.6 by 8, nearly 300 MW. Okay, so that is the maximum power output of the Questyle M15. This is fairly powerful. This can drive some reasonably hungry headphones too. Yes, I was able to drive Sennheiser SD650 with it, and it was doing well. There was no issues with that. While the Shanling kind of struggles when paired with demanding headphones, it kind of feels like it it is unable to drive it to the best of the headphone. So that is a thing with the Sharling. It is slightly lacking with the power, with 211 mW with the balanced, and 137 mW with the 3.5 mm. In any case, both are fantastic for IEMs. If you are going to use it with IEMs, both deliver fantastic details and stuff. There is no problem with layering and separation. But the good thing with the Questyle is that it has a bigger stage. Okay, and thanks to that bigger stage, it kind of gives you better separation, a bit more layering too, and the tuning is fantastic. What is really impressive about the Questyle is that it has transparency, it has vividness available on demand. It does not sound very uniform. It does not push everything on your face like the Shanling. Shanling kind of does that. Shanling delivers similar kind of emphasis, similar kind of technical details across the board. But the tuning of Questyle is like it is tuned for a more dynamic kind of presentation. Okay, if there is some need for emphasis, you will feel that vividness, you will feel that extra bit of transparency with the notes at a particular region, while the Sharling has more even. What Sharling does is it delivers more even energy, more even transparency across the spectrum. And the issue with the Sharling is that it's slightly V-shaped. Okay, there's a bit more energy in the treble region. They kind of feel slightly sharper uh, on some occasions. But if you find that, just use a slow roll off the filters in here, and you can use slow roll off to cut that extra bit of sharpness, slight bit of aggression with the Sharling. Now when it comes to details and stuff, both are very good. There is no separating them. Both are fantastic when it comes to details and that kind of stuff. Okay, accuracy, precision, they are very good, but they differ when it comes to the dynamic kind of part. Okay, the Questyle M15 is more analog than the Shanling UA5. UA5 is very good with technicalities, but that kind of musical, slightly analog kind of feeling is not available with the Shanling. It is not as good. It is slightly on the drier and slightly more analytical side. But the Questyle is fairly musical, very dynamic, very capable, and has a bigger stage. As I told you guys, it has slightly bigger stage, nearly 25-30% bigger stage than the Shanling UA5. In any day, if you have the budget, if you are willing to spend, I will suggest you to pick the Questyle M15 if you are interested in a bit more dynamic kind of feeling, a bit more power. If you like slightly analogish, slightly musical kind of notes, a bit more dynamic notes, this is fantastic. But if you want details, if you are purely onto details, this is slightly flatter, does not emphasize the bass at all, and is more analytical kind of tuning is with the Shanling UA5. You can go for that if you want that extra bit of analytical feeling, slightly more energetic treble region, and that volume. This volume control is just simply something that really helps it build on its competitors, because as I said, that controlling ability is fantastic. So I think I touched everything, guys. Thank you for watching again. If you are watching it again, enjoy.